We've had Lexia now for a number of years. We were looking for something that the children could access with some independence, have for workload. So obviously there's the placement test for the children, so it's totally scaffolded and differentiated to the level that those children need when you've got quite a few children within one classroom that need lots of different levels of learning. So it was really about the ease of use, that it has cracking results, but it was easy for us to deliver and man and set up.
It's really visual for the children, it's really engaging for the children. They actually really enjoy all that element. It feels like a game, something that they've got that ownership over. They see when those levels are ticking up, they see when they're getting those certificates and when they're achieving.
It's just the ease of use, so it's so simple for the children to get logged on because it's a website or it's an app. The My Lexia staff area is really easy to navigate and really simple as well, so it's just, you can just pick it up and run with it.
It's intuitive enough to know it's doing that for us, so we're not having to then pull in other interventions because we know that the Lexia program's just actually going to do that for us. It's just going to take us through onto that next level.
The children that we target for Lexia, they're not currently working on their year group's objectives, so we really use it to give those children a push, and we identify those children across school after assessments or based on teacher judgments and teacher assessments. Usually our children are in at 8:30 in the morning, but we don't register them till 8:45, so it's normally how those children start the day. And then we do have sessions in an afternoon. Obviously there is a TA in that session that runs it so that they're over the shoulder checking if they've got a red apple or need support.
So every week during Pride Awards, all those certificates that the children have earned throughout the week, they're handed out, and it's really like celebrated and spotlighted that those children are working independently and they're achieving those goals for themselves. And just that self-motivation it's there and it's inbuilt, and I think it's just part of our culture now.
We've seen that the children that are getting the greatest usage and working through those units, their reading data in year 6 from autumn to May for the SATs has skyrocketed because it's purposely tailored to them, and it obviously the higher levels, the 19 to 21, they are a massive focus on comprehension, and that really supports them with those SATs papers. And then those children that are that little bit behind, working on those lower levels, they're getting those basic reading skills and the phonics intervention from it. Across school, all of the children that are on it make great progress in reading, but you can really see, I think it does support our SATs results as well.
Yeah, we have a lot of children with English as an additional language that attend here. So obviously those children that are new to English, that need a little bit more practice when it comes to reading the English language, it's really helpful, particularly that you can have that instruction repeated over and over again. We had a young man last year that got to the end of the programme and he got a massive prize out of that. He was quite timid and quite shy in himself, but to see him stand up there with his prize and I've worked hard and I've done this all by myself, he just beamed. He was just so proud of himself and he really shone from the inside, didn't it? It was, the photo was absolutely gorgeous. It went on our Facebook page, and just that you could see that pride in him. It was really lovely.
There was the confidence element, but he went from a really low starting point that year to passing at the end of the year, which Lexia was some contributor to that,
From a tracking perspective, it does all that for you, so we're not all those lovely tables and those lovely graphs. It shows really visually where the children are starting, where they've got to at this point, and what we need to do to get them there next.
And see the children's progression over time, but then you can see how much progress they've made within a year, which is really helpful to see. And then when you go on to the detailed reports, it's really helpful to see what level of pace and accuracy and independence they've done that with as well.
From a SEND perspective, we obviously use that to inform our support plans. We're tracking that over time in terms of from last support plan to this support plan.
We had, was it last year, we had some Lexia traders. I think that was really useful because for staff's knowledge, it was really clear what they were learning in each level. And then I think it's just value in it, if I'm honest. Sharing with staff when they start it, the value and the impact it can have, and then making sure that it is something that you really give the time to.
Here, the fact that it is timetabled in, that they actually got that time allocated to it, and it is prioritised in the timetable. It is prioritised, it is really valued, and it's something that's celebrated and rewarded. They love it, don't they? They love it.
They enjoy it. They like the certificates. Some of our lower attaining children that struggle in other areas, because it's perfectly tailored to them, they're getting that reward every week at their level, and it's just valuing their effort, the confidence that the children have grown, but also that academic success. It's got both those lovely bits to support children in developing their confidence and their academic success.